Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Griffin Pendant. This is the 137750. Beautiful forged pendant. Lots of hammer forging on those arms coming out. Beautiful hand-blown glass to go with it. Let's talk about the height of the fixture itself, independent of what it's going to be hanging from. Coming in at 22 inches. This is an oval fixture, so it is 63 inches left to right. The depth is 39. The overall height, now we're talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, is going to give you a range using these pipes. And you're going to be able to go from 32.3 all the way to 71.3 with the pipes that are here. This ships with 74 inches of wire, so that means that if you need to go beyond the 71.3 inches overall height, drop us a quick email. We do customs every day, and tell us you're looking at the 137750. Tell us what you need. So you need 104 inches or 96, doesn't really matter. We take your email, send it to Hubbardton Forge's customs department, where it comes back with an answer to get quoted out. We do it every day. It's not a big deal. Since Hubbardton Forge items are made right here in Vermont, not too far from us, it's something we can do. This is slope ceiling adaptable in one direction only. So that means that if you're using this on a slope, the best thing to do would be to email me what you guys have going on in the room, how the table is, how the slope is over the table, and then I can kind of walk you through all of that. Canopy up on the ceiling, 5.5 inches by 9.5. It's going to go over your standard 4-inch junction box, and I want to show you a little bit more information about that. And how we're going to do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions right now pretty quick. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list, all the parts here, the glass, the rod that's going to hang from. It's going to show you the canopy up on the ceiling, what it looks like on the other side, so you see how it attaches to your junction box. And I think I mentioned this comes in at 37.4 pounds, so you want to tell your installer about that. There's a chart. The chart on the page for this is going to be on the install page. It's also going to be on the regular page on Handmade in Vermont for this fixture. It is going to show you which combination of which of these rods you're going to use to get to the listed overall heights, remember bottom of fixture to ceiling, that are going to be listed on that chart. So it'll tell you which pieces you use to figure out what you need. Okay, well, here we are. Let's talk about these. So Hubbardton's using the system of screw-together pipes, basically. It's a nice clean look. You're going to be getting 6 pieces of the 12. You're going to get 2 pieces of the 6. You're going to get 2 pieces of the 3. You're going to get a bunch of these threaded connectors. The pipes have threading on both ends on the inside, and they basically just screw together. When you look at the install sheet, you're going to see how we put this together. And I would put a blanket down, basically, and I would put the fixture down first, and I would kind of work my way going up. So I would figure out how long I need this to be, and I would take the wires and I would feed them through the little pieces one by one. So through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, and eventually through the canopy, and you kind of build your way on this fixture. You don't put the glass on until it's actually installed and it's up, so don't worry about that part of it right now. And then you basically just screw these together. They're super fast. So you screw it together like this, each of these pipes. It only takes a second, and look how clean that is. You can barely even see that there's even a seam there. Hubbardton does a beautiful job when they're milling these things. Okay, a couple other little details on this. This is going to ship on a pallet, so that's important. This is a non-returnable fixture, so you have to get your ducks in a row. And it's really important on this piece, I think, to make sure that this is going to work for your ceiling height if you're putting it over a dining table, because you have all these pieces coming down, and you want to make sure it is elevated up high enough so it doesn't interfere with people walking around it. Okay, let's talk about lamping really quick. It's going to be using these. These are medium base porcelain sockets, and you can use whatever you like. And as far as bulbs go, you can go up to 100 watts for incandescent if you guys still want to do that. And you can get some kind of cool old-timey Edison-looking bulbs that can be up to 100 watts. But you've got a lot of these bulbs on this piece. So what I would probably do is I would probably go for an LED version like this. And these are just LEDs that I got at my local, probably Ace Hardware or something like that in Vermont. But I can also find these LEDs at my grocery store. They're so easy to get. And online as well, like Amazon or any of those light bulb places. So when you get into this, the only caveat is, can I get the bulb into the glass? And an A19 is probably what you'll want to go with anyway, because it looks the best. And you're going to be able to see through the glass, don't forget. So you're going to want to find a bulb that's aesthetically pleasing to look at. These, I have found, come up to 150 watt equivalent out in the marketplace. I found them at a Walmart here, And they ticked all the boxes of what I wanted. So do you need that much light coming out of this? Probably not. You could probably get by with like a 60 watt equivalent LED or a 75 watt equivalent LED. They're going to offer these to you in different colors of the light coming out. And I think that's going to be very important on this fixture because of the fact that it's clear glass and it's really going to project the light out quite a bit. So if you want to go super yellow, kind of on the orange side, like almost like a bulb that's been, a halogen bulb that's been turned down, that's going to be 2700 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. If you guys want to go for a bright bluish white, which I don't think is going to be great on this fixture, that's going to be called daylight. That's 4000, 5000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. In the middle of all that, what this is and what we use all the time, that's what these are, 3000 Kelvin, soft white, warm white. That's what we like to use. And they're probably the easiest thing to get, quite honestly. Very important. It's a dimmable fixture without any problem. Just make sure that you guys, either if you're using incandescents, there's no big thing to talk about. But if you're using LEDs, it's really important that they list that it's dimmable on that box. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.